Okay, let's just get right into it. This headline, it sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? But the question here is one I think a lot of us are wrestling with. With AI moving at this absolutely breakneck speed, what's actually left for us to do? And that's exactly what we're going to break down today.
I want you to picture this. It's February 2026. This isn't just a prediction anymore, it's reality. We have autonomous AI agents just out there, building things, running businesses, all without human supervision. The consensus from the experts is we've hit this state of exponential acceleration. So, whatever feels like the crazy, cutting edge stuff today, well, that's just the first step on a staircase that goes up and up and up. And look, this isn't just some wild theory from the fringes. This is coming directly from the leaders of the companies building these AI systems. They're basically telling us that what we think of as complex human brain work, it might just become optional. And not in some far-off future, but like really soon. That's a heavy thing to hear, and you can see why it's causing a ton of anxiety.
Which brings us right to the heart of the matter. It's the big question of this whole explainer. In a world like that, what part of my job, what part of your job is actually truly irreplaceable? And we're not talking about just finding little bugs or glitches here. We're looking for a fundamental structural limit to what AI is even capable of doing.
So, to get a real answer, I've been running some of my own experiments. And I don't mean just messing around with some cute demos or simple prompts. No, I've been throwing the latest AI models right into the fire of my actual day-to-day work. The messy, complicated projects with real clients, real stakes, and real deadlines. I really zeroed in on two, let's say, particularly gnarly problems. First up was information architecture for this huge fleet operations platform. We're talking about connecting multiple internal systems, juggling the needs of totally different users. It's the kind of thing where one wrong move and the whole house of cards comes down. And the second test was maintaining a design system, which is all about making sure a product doesn't just fall apart and become a confusing mess as it gets bigger. So here's what I found, and it's fascinating. The AI is unbelievably, genuinely helpful with both of these things. It can draft documents, it can generate code, it can structure research way faster than a human ever could. But, and you have to get this is the most important part, it cannot own the system. And what's really interesting is when you start to unpack what that little word ownership actually means.
And that brings us to the core idea of this entire analysis, something I'm calling the ownership gap. Now, this isn't just some bug that's going to get fixed in the next update. This seems to be a fundamental structural limitation in how these AI systems are built right now.
So, what is system ownership? Well, think of it like this. It's the job of holding the entire system together, making sure it stays coherent, not just for one task, but over time. It means you're carrying around this constantly evolving mental map of every decision, every trade-off, every weird constraint that came up 6 months ago. You're holding the past and the future of the system in your head all at once. This really makes it crystal clear. AI is a master of what you could call local outputs. You give it a prompt, it gives you a brilliant piece of work based on that one prompt. It's perfect, locally. But the human who owns the system, they know if that perfect little piece completely violates a core principle the team agreed on 3 months ago. When there's a big strategy change, the human knows, okay, that means these 10 other things have to change too. The AI has no idea. It's just waiting for its next instruction, totally unaware that the world has just been turned upside down. And when you don't have that ownership, you start to see some very real problems. The whole system starts to get these little cracks, these weird inconsistencies between different parts. Users start running into these strange, hidden roadblocks. And you can feed the AI totally flawed information, and it will confidently spit out this beautifully detailed but completely wrong analysis. And from a design perspective, you just end up with stuff that looks fine, but it's generic, it's forgettable. Okay, but listen, this is not an anti-AI rant. Not at all. In fact, it's by understanding these limits that you unlock its real, incredible power. Because when you put it on the right tasks, AI performs at an absolutely astonishing level. The best way I've found to think about it is like this. It's the world's most capable junior colleague. This table really lays out the new division of labor perfectly. My job is to hold the why. That's the strategic coherence, the integrity of the design system, the deep, nuanced understanding of our users. The AI's job, it absorbs the what. It does the research, it generates all the component variations, it clusters the notes, it just flawlessly executes, which frees me up to focus 100% on the hard part, judgment.
And for anyone who works for themselves or on a really small team, this is an absolute game changer. Just look at this workflow. The human sets the goals at the beginning and makes the final call at the end, but everything in the middle, all the prep work, the first pass at crunching the data, that's all handled by the AI. It is literally like having an entire support team living on your laptop. It just completely changes the scale of what one person can accomplish. And this quote, it just nails it. The quality of the AI's work for these tasks is just incredibly consistent. It doesn't need coffee, it never hits a creative wall, and it's always ready for the next thing you throw at it. This isn't just a tiny little efficiency gain, it's a massive unlock for getting things done. So, all of this is building up to the final, and I think most important, way to reframe this entire conversation. The real story of AI in our jobs isn't about replacement. It's about compression. And that one little shift in thinking changes everything about what it means to be an expert. So what do I mean by compression? It means we're going to spend radically less time on all the mechanical junk in our jobs. The grunt work of drafting, organizing, formatting. The AI is just going to absorb all of that. And by doing that, it actually elevates our role. Our responsibility shifts upward. We get to spend more of our time and our energy on the things that actually require deep human experience. Strategic clarity, system coherence, and that all-important idea of ownership. So here's the bottom line, the one thing to remember. AI is an absolutely unparalleled tool for executing tasks inside a system that you've already defined. But you, the human expert, you're the architect. You're the one who designs, builds, and maintains the system itself. That high-level judgment, that is still all yours. And that leaves us with one final, and I think pretty provocative question. We should probably stop asking, what jobs is AI going to replace? I think the much better question is this. In your own work, what is the core system that you have to hold? What's the integrity, the coherence, the deep knowledge that only you can provide? Because figuring that out, that is the key to making sure AI is a tool that amplifies your work, instead of one that just breaks it into a million little pieces.